First at 4, call it a victory in the battle against opioids. A big bust in Oakland County, and the sheriff talks about all the families affected. We're following breaking news after a deadly shooting in Maryland. 3 people are dead. The suspect is on the loose, armed and dangerous. And there's a new emotionally charged controversy involving President Trump, a congresswoman, and a woman who lost her soldier husband. Ben.
Karen, here we go again. Another day with gorgeous sunshine, but have we used up all of El Sol for the rest of the week? We'll check it out next. First at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon. I'm Karen Drew. New charges have come down in the ongoing fight against opioid abuse and drug trafficking in Michigan. An indictment was released today charging 12 individuals accused of selling a deadly combination of heroin mixed with fentanyl, resulting in deadly overdoses. The individuals are accused of operating all over Metro Detroit. At a press conference today, Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard presented a massive list of people saved with Narcan, detailing heroin's widespread effects.
And so this is touching more families than we can count. And it means something to everyone in those families that we're doing what we're doing. It won't bring their loved ones back, but they have to know that we are as committed to ending this and preventing future families from being on this list, or worse, the list across the street at the medical examiner's office.
If found guilty, each charge carries a minimum sentence of 20 years in prison. An Olympic gold medalist is adding her voice to the many alleged victims of former gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar. He's awaiting trial on sexual assault charges right here in Michigan. Gold medalist Michaela Maroney says she was also abused by the doctor, and it started when she was 13 years old. She released a statement on Twitter. She says nearly all the abuse happened during medical appointments. Maroney says she was inspired to speak up because of the hashtag #MeToo connected to the Harvey Weinstein scandal. We'll share many more details about her accusations tonight on Local 4 News at 6. A Warren family of 4 was able to escape a house fire thanks to the quick thinking of a 5-year-old girl. This was the scene overnight. It happened on John B. Avenue. That's near 8 Mile and DeQuinder. The 5-year-old woke up when she smelled smoke and alerted her family, who were then able to escape. No one was injured, but the fire did destroy their home. Investigators are still trying to determine the cause. And here's a quick look inside a Little Caesars Arena as the Detroit Pistons get ready for their first home opener in their new downtown home. There's a big lineup of entertainment and fun as the Pistons take on the Charlotte Hornets. Burley Smilovitz continues our coverage live at the arena tonight at 5 and 6. You don't want to miss it. And it is really a great night to come downtown, enjoy the game, walk around, visit the entertainment district. Ben, it's just gorgeous out there.
It is, and before you go inside, Karen, go soak up some of the sun outside, because days like this in October do not come around all that often. We're at 70 right now. That's our temperature in Metro. It is noticeably breezy. Southwest winds there at 21 miles an hour, generally 10 to 15 mile an hour winds throughout most of the area. Monroe is actually a little bit warmer at 71 degrees. So here's the story over the next several days. We're actually going to be above normal tonight, so those lows not quite as chilly. We'll take a look at those. Tons of sunshine still to go for the rest of the week, and we are going to be mainly dry for the upcoming weekend. So if you still want to head out on the boat and enjoy the water, you've got some time. We will talk about our next chance of rain, which is right around the corner. That's in a few minutes. Karen?
Thank you, Ben. We're following breaking news regarding the search for a gunman who shot 5 co-workers in Northeast Maryland. Police say the suspect, Roddy Prince, is described as armed and dangerous. Police say he shot 5 people at a company called Advanced Granite Solutions. 3 died. 2 are in critical condition right now. Prince is also suspected in a shooting an hour away in Delaware. Now, we don't know about injuries in that case. There is a manhunt, though, underway along I-95 in the Northeast, and we will bring you new developments as they happen on this breaking story. Well, the controversy over if, when, and how President Trump reaches out to the families of fallen soldiers has taken a new turn. The president is now in a very public showdown with a congresswoman from Florida. Kimberly Gill is in the newsroom, and Kim, we're tracking 2 very different stories about a phone call to a grieving widow.
Right, Karen, good afternoon to you. This dispute is getting very personal. The Congresswoman is Democrat Frederica Wilson of Florida. She says she was in the car when the president called the wife of Sergeant LaDavid Johnson. Johnson was one of 4 Green Berets who died October 4th during an ambush in the African country of Niger. As his body arrived in Florida on Tuesday, Wilson says she was shocked by what the president said during his phone call to the soldier's widow. Wilson says the call was on speakerphone.
He was sorry that she had his sympathy, but he was hoping that even though her husband gave his life for this country, sarcasm, he said, sarcastically he said, but you know, he must have known what he signed up for. And how could you say that to a grieving widow?
Well, at first, the White House said the conversation should be considered private. Then the president tweeted, quote, Democrat Congresswoman totally fabricated what I said to the wife of a soldier who died in action, and I have proof. Sad, exclamation point. Well, later at the White House, President Trump was asked for that proof, and here's what he had to say.
Let her make her statement again, and then you'll find out. Okay, let her make her statement again, and then you'll find out.
Well, late today, White House spokesperson Sarah Huckabee Sanders says there are no recordings of that conversation. She says the president was very respectful with the soldier's widow, and several presidential staffers heard that call and can back up his story. Congresswoman Wilson has called the president a, quote, sick man. Karen, it's another emotionally charged controversy facing the president. We'll, of course, keep you posted.
All right. Thank you very much, Kim.
Sure.
Another tweet from the president is adding some confusion to the battle over fixing the nation's health care system. A compromise plan from Senators Lamar Alexander and Patty Murray was released yesterday. At first, the president seemed supportive, but today he tweeted he can never support federal payments to insurers. The new plan calls for continuing payments to insurance companies for 2 years to stabilize the markets. All of this leaves the future of health care very much up in the air. Attorney General Jeff Sessions, placed in the hot seat today, called to testify in front of the Senate Judicial Oversight Committee. The hearing ranged from the Russia investigation, repealing DACA, Sheriff Arpaio, and the firing of James Comey. But some senators felt Sessions was avoiding questions by claiming executive privilege.
I think this would have been just about the moment when Senator Sessions of Alabama would have blown up if the Attorney General said he can't even tell us whether he communicated with another Attorney General in another state.
I have to say,
the claims of executive privilege were similar to his responses given at his last Senate hearing back in June. It was a celebration of safety as UPS honors a local driver for his amazing record. Of the 102,000 UPS drivers, less than 10% have driven for 25 years without an avoidable accident. Just 10 drivers have made it to 45, and that's why Tom Camp of Clinton Township stands alone as he's made it to 55 years. Paula Tutman has his story.
So what can Brown do for you? I think today that question is actually, what did Tom Camp do for Brown? There's nothing like being celebrated when you're around to enjoy it.
It's kind of choked up a little bit.
For Tom Camp, today was that day. You know, he probably won't be president, will never hit a home run for a Major League Baseball team, but he is in a fraternity all by himself. A driver for UPS, he has driven more than 1 million miles, delivered more than 5 million packages, and spent 55 years behind the wheel of a big brown UPS truck. And with all of that, he has never had one single solitary accident.
I was thinking about that yesterday, and I said, my God, where's those years gone?
Today was a day to celebrate his accomplishments.
It's what I was wearing just about the time you started UPS.
And it's not every day a superstar like Al Kaline tells you you're a superstar.
Maybe they should call you Mr. UPS.
And not everyone can say they've been presented with a vintage UPS truck. A U.S. Marine vet, he has defined service for UPS, and he believes the answer is simple.
These semis, you know, they try and leave a space in front of them. That's what we're taught to do here. In bad weather, you leave a bigger space, a space cushion. People think that, hey, that's nice that I got to leave that space for me, and they pull right in front, and that driver's sitting, son of a gun. Say you got a nice space cushion in front of you, But say a brand new Corvette pulls out or a pretty girl walks in, and you go like this here, and it's only 1 second. Oh, the car in front of you all of a sudden decides he's going to make a right-hand turn, and my space cushion is gone like this now. I say, holy mackerel.
As for retirement, don't count on it. At least not anytime soon.
Well, I'm going to go for another 10. I'd only be 87 then.
Paula Tutman, Local 4.
Wow, what a great guy, and good advice about that space cushion. Thanks, Paula. By the way, the driver with the next best record is Ronnie McKnight of Manhattan, who has had 48 years of safe driving. He's got a few years, though, to go to catch up with Tom. Still ahead, holiday fantasies. We will take a look at some of the ultimate gifts for 2017, along with the hefty price tags. Plus, Dr. McGeorge is here.
Hey Karen, you know, many of us have heard the phrase eating for two, but what does that really mean? Well, there's new guidance for expectant mothers and the good habits that should start earlier than you might think.
Up first, a new Ford recall that involves a potential danger while you're driving. More than 1 million families need to hear this consumer warning. We've got it next.
Coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
Earlier this week here at the Burlington Coat Factory in Taylor, 2 employees got into an argument. One of them pulled a gun and fired a fatal shot. Today was the first day in court for the accused shooter and a victim's family stricken with grief. I'll have more coming up at 5.
All right, thank you, Steve. Ford is launching a massive recall of its popular F-Series pickup trucks, the best-selling vehicle in America. Now, there is a door latch problem that could allow the door to open while the truck is moving. We're talking about 1.3 million trucks. It affects model years 2015 through 2017 for the F-150s and 2017 Super Duty pickups. Ford says it's not aware of any accidents or injuries connected to the problem. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester working the story, and we'll have more information for drivers tonight at 5. And good health. Most expectant moms have heard that expression, eating for two. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here to explain really the right way to do that, because you can make some mistakes and gain some lbs.
Absolutely, Karen. And you know, unfortunately, it doesn't mean that you can just double your caloric intake, but there are some important changes that moms-to-be could and should make.
Eating for two is a big responsibility, but experts say some moms-to-be are getting the wrong message.
Eating for two does not mean having 2 and 3 and 4 helpings. It means that you are mindful that you need a little bit more extra calories while you're carrying your baby, and calories that are nutrient dense and that will support your health and the baby's health.
A recent study found more than 2/3 of pregnant women gain more or less than the recommended amount of weight during pregnancy. For women who start off at a healthy weight, that's between 25 and 35 pounds. OB-GYN Dr. Karen Cooper says staying within the suggested guidelines reduces the risk of pregnancy complications like diabetes, hypertension, and preeclampsia. Eating a healthier diet before conceiving is also beneficial for the baby. If your diet is lacking nutrition, talking to a dietitian is a good place to start.
I think it would be really important for all women who are becoming pregnant to have an appointment or a consultation with a dietitian to ensure that they know what to eat during their pregnancy.
Now, in addition to eating a healthy diet, it's important to eat a variety of foods, especially vegetables. Studies actually suggest that babies develop a taste for foods that they're exposed to in the womb, so it might decrease your odds of having a picky eater down the road.
Actually, that is a good point, because I was craving Middle Eastern, and now my kids like lots of garlic and hummus and
load up on the broccoli and okra too there.
All right, if I have another one, but that's not happening. Thanks. Let's go to Ben for an update on the forecast.
Your husband's online too. 70 is where we're at right now at Metro Airport. We got plenty of 60s out there, but all of these numbers above average for this time of year. And we're actually going to get warmer, believe it or not, as we finish out the rest of this week. The winds are noticeable. That's kind of the least of our concerns, but it is a little breezy out there, 21-mile-an-hour winds, and these are coming out of the south and southwest. So eventually we will be bringing in warmer air as we get later into the forecast. What a gorgeous shot from this morning. Erica sent this to us from Howland Storm Pins. You can see the sky and a little bit of some fog hanging out on the lake. So at least conditions were calm in the morning there, but the winds have definitely picked up now across the area. In fact, you can see just right behind me. That flag behind Local 4 is blowing in the wind down there across downtown Detroit. 70 is where we sit right now with that southwest wind, but look at how dry the air is. Relative humidity at 33%. We're going to keep the dry air around. In fact, we really don't have a chance of precipitation in the forecast until late in the weekend. There is a cold front that's going to come through tomorrow that's just going to bring us high clouds. That's all the moisture that's really available for that front to work with. And then we go back to mostly sunny skies as we get into Friday. So very few changes, at least in the short term. It looks like it's going to be Sunday before we see a big change in our forecast. 50 degrees tonight. The morning lows keep getting warmer too, and it's going to be under clear skies. Wind's still noticeable, but not quite as brisk as what we're seeing out there right now. Here's a look at highs for tomorrow. Very similar, almost identical to what we saw today. 70 degrees in the city and also in Romulus at the airport. South zone temperature is going to be right around 70 degrees here as well. You get north of Michigan Avenue into our west zone, and we're looking at generally upper 60s here, and slightly cooler, but not too much here in our north zone. Mid to upper 60s for highs as we close out Thursday afternoon. Keep stair-stepping up as we get into the weekend. 72 on Friday, 74 for Saturday, and our warm spot will be on Sunday at 75. Now notice here the icon is dry. We will start to see some showers developing on Sunday evening, but we're going to get through the daylight hours Saturday and Sunday dry. Beautiful conditions, especially for this time of year. But look where we go next week. Not only back to average, but below normal for both Tuesday and Wednesday. Highs 57 Tuesday, 53 on Wednesday, and those morning lows start getting cooler too. So we could start seeing 30s carrying in a couple spots by Wednesday. We'll have to watch carefully to see if we get any frost on the pumpkin into next week.
All right, the next 4 days though look awesome. Thank you, Ben. Still ahead, it is a bizarre theft that really doesn't make much sense. A piece of sports history vandalized. Take a look. Can you tell what's missing from this statue? The story is next. And what price can you put on the ultimate holiday gift? How about $1.6 million bucks? A peek inside the world's most famous catalog. But first, as we go to break, take a look at the screen. This is how the markets have closed for the day. As you see, the Dow going over 23,000, the NASDAQ and S&P 500 up.
The biggest.
We are back with this bizarre theft and vandalism on a piece of sports history. This is a statue of Ken Griffey Jr. of the Seattle Mariners. As you can see, the bat, yes, that was in his hand has been removed. Police have a suspect in custody, but no word of why he took the bat. The statue's sculptor is working to figure out a way to reattach the bat, which has been recovered. All right, this story gets me excited for trending stories. A classic breakfast cereal getting a new flavor. Get ready for Kellogg's new chocolate Frosted Flakes. We're told the new recipe was made from scratch, and some Kellogg's fans were actually part of the development process. They helped test different cocos and then compared that milk that was left at the bottom of the bowl. Do you do that?
That's the only reason you eat chocolate cereal.
Oh my gosh, I love that ad. It's like you're drinking milk and sugar. Oh, yeah. I can't wait. By the way, the new cereal hits store shelves in November if you want to check it out. Also trending today, it is never too early to start dreaming about the ultimate Christmas presents. Neiman Marcus is happy to help with its annual catalog. The items include a New Year's experience for you and 299 of your closest friends at the Knickerbocker Hotel. Not only set you back $1.6 million, a spa experience that costs $60,000 or $300,000 for a chance to design your own jewelry with a 7-carat emerald. We're told there's also a Christmas book where 50% of the items are less than $250.
There you go.
There you go, for the people in perhaps the real world. Still ahead, it's not exactly a new car, but boy, was this a surprise for a Lansing woman. The amazing gift and the man who decided to help a total stranger.
From a Bloomfield Hills big shot to the big house and back, a multi-million-dollar scam artist shares his inside story.
You know, I got nothing to hide.
From fraud to the federal pen to future plans to help others recognize what he says made him commit his crimes.
I'm not looking for pity. I'm not looking for a pat on the back. I'm looking for somebody's hand that I can grab and help pull them up.
But local law enforcement says, beware.
Frank Joseph I know and that we all know is nothing but a con artist.
A second chance or a new con? The Frank Joseph story tonight at 11.
Don't wait.
Finally, first at 4, a woman received an amazing gift from a Lansing police officer.
Yeah, it's a big one. Officer Trevor Arnold keeps an eye on the residents in his city, and after seeing Joe Mead ride her bike 12 miles to work every day, he decided he was going to help out.
So with some donations, Officer Arnold was able to give Mead a new used car. This is the first time in 8 years she has owned a car. You can tell she's really thankful and said she planned to get dressed up and drive to bingo to show off her new ride.
12 miles.
I know, and what an amazing story for that officer.
Especially as the temperatures get colder.
You're right.
I appreciate that.
Good timing. And thank you so much for joining us for First at 4. We are back at a half hour with Local 4 News at 5. Inside Edition is next. We hope you have a great afternoon. Get out and enjoy the sun.